So basically, I think my boyfriend is a feeder. So to give some background, as a kid and in my like teens, I always had issue with my weight. But then I lost like 60 pounds in college, and then I managed to keep it off basically for all of my 20s. Then when I met my current boyfriend when I was like 31, 32, he just likes to feed me. And even when I'm like, hey, I'm really like struggling with my weight, I'm trying to lose weight, he'll still buy me like a family size bag of Doritos or like a giant thing of M&Ms or like
This is diabolical.
pizza and like Chinese and just like constantly. And then when I try to cook, he always like makes some reason why, like it was too spicy or like whatever. Even if I haven't used anything but like salt and pepper, like there's always something wrong with it. And then we need to like order, we need to order food from like Uber Eats or whatever. And so since I've been dating him, I've gained like 50 pounds. Oof. And no matter how much I'm like, hey, like I really, I'm trying to do better and I just don't recognize myself anymore. Like, he does the whole like, yeah, you're beautiful and like you don't need to lose weight. I love your curves. But it's just like, I had my weight under control for my whole adult life until I met you. And now I'm like the fattest I've ever been. So I guess my question is just like, how do I have this conversation and like make it stick, or do I just need to like break up with him so that I can lose weight and get my life back on track? All right.
Damn, this is
Thanks,
tough.
Bobby.
I also love that she's in the closet hiding. He's got a fucking pan of mozzarella sticks. Honey, it's Mott's time. She's like, he's killing me. I got milkshakes. Where are you, sweetie? The lasagna's getting cold.
Slices of prosciutto slide under the door.
There's my little honey pig. Yeah, I mean, this is really tough. And I'm putting myself in the caller's shoes here, our friend's shoes here. It takes so little for me to get off when I'm on good. Mm-hmm. It takes such little breaks where if the person I loved the most consistently tried to break me down. Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean,
that's like fat Munchausen's.
Yeah,
like,
it really
that's
is.
That's really trying to keep
here's
you
why
sick.
I think this is a question for a therapist, and it like touches on that.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting to me that you lost the weight when you went to college. You were away on your own for the first time. Maybe there could be emotional connections based on stuff that was going on in the home.
When you were a fat little kid, eating. You have a fat, somebody who was doing the same shit.
And then there's a recurrence of that in this relationship. Like this relationship feels like it works because you're having some emotional need met that also results in like this feeding behavior.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, like, what's this guy's deal? Is he also like could he just could he just be a fat guy that's like is legitimately attracted to you, doesn't care, and would rather be fat himself? Like, does
he's
he
a
not
comic. He
do
just wrote a whole bunch of fat wife jokes, and he wants them all to work. So he's feeding her. It's for the bit, honey.
It's column.
Yeah.
What? No, I give you the pepperoni pizza every once in a while. It's no big
deal. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think the thing, and like, look. The other thing is, we have one side of the story here.
Yeah.
Right? I also, and it's like, how much of it? Because like I said, all it takes is a little nudge for someone to get me off my game, and then when I'm off my game, it's like, meals have been locked in some codependent fat spirals for 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
Where it's like one of us will be dieting, and the other one's like, I think I'm going to get something from Seamless. Do you want anything? And it starts with like a side of chicken breast one time.
Yeah.
But once you've broken when you're on the ride, on the Seamless ride, it's like the next 5 weeks later, it's like the other one is like, all right, you're getting your own pizza this time because I told you I wanted all the bacon ones and you say you didn't want any. You were just going to have the pepperoni. The pepperoni is the one we split. But you had 4, you had 5, and I only had 3 of the pepper. And it's like, it gets that bad. So
2 men in cahoots to tag team Papa John's and Ben and Jerry.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, think about like, has he gotten you off your game and then you kind of go with it for a while? And then you know what I mean? Like, you have to kind of examine this from every standpoint. I think the therapy thing is a very good example. But I will say it is very possible, if this was anything else, right? If this was any other kind of weakness, if this was like any other vice, if it's drugs, if it's drinking, we're not even having this conversation.
Yeah.
No,
You're getting the fuck out.
That happened with my dad. Right when my dad and my mom got a divorce, my dad was with some chick, and she offered him, my dad's been sober for over 20 years, and she offered him wine like twice in front of me. And the second time I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? It's either you're drinking or she's a maniac. Right, and I'm going to like club her over the head with something. Like, this is crazy. Like, what is it? He's like, no, it's all right, whatever. But it just like, it always struck me as like.
Did he relapse?
I don't know. He never admitted to it based on behavior. He blocked me from getting my golf clubs, and I had to call the cops to get them once. So that doesn't sound like a sober man.
Fucking hilarious. So yeah, I mean, look, the answer could just be this motherfucker's got to go. I mean, this is not a short amount of time either, right? Like, this has been going on for a while.
Right.
50 pounds, yeah.
So anyone that's even if he's not doing it on purpose, anyone that has this effect on you probably is not who you want to be with. Even if you are a little complicit in this, let's say, whatever's bringing behavior, a person that being around them for 6 whatever months, however long, a year, however long it's been, that brings this out of you, that makes you feel like you don't recognize yourself, like not even from the health, but you just feel like you're not in control of your life. If this was any other behavior, we would just say this is kind of like borderline abusive, but it's a little more acceptable because food is such a, like, everyone needs to eat. It's such a comfort thing. It's so it's like, obviously we're not therapists. I think JP's right. You need to talk about this, but I think you need to talk about it with somebody fast, and I don't think you need to worry. It doesn't need to be, you don't have to hem and haw over it. Like, I think you're better off just kind of regrouping for yourself. If you feel right now that this person is the cause of this, then it might just be time to get out of there and work on yourself.
Or even just your dynamic together is the cause of it. It's like Jesse and Jane in Breaking Bad. Where it's like the two of them can't be strong together.
Yes.
It at least warrants a conversation where you sit down with them outside of a situation like that and you say, listen, I need you to stop offering me unhealthy food. I need you to take it seriously when I say no. And like, if you say explicitly like what you need, then you've actually set a boundary and like made it very clear what's going on. And then if he's still, not respecting that, then he's got to
That's a good point. That's a great point. Because it's like, we say that all the time. It's like, sometimes we say it a lot with like shitty parents, where it's like, you have to say something and you have to at least put it on the record. Because until you say, I don't like to be treated like this, they have the plausible deniability that they didn't know they were hurting your feelings.
Totally.
So you have to do that. And then once you do, it's not even about the behavior. It's about not respecting you enough to listen to you. So anyway, good luck. I feel for you. That's very tough. God, if a woman was bringing me fucking Oreos, man, I'd be so fucking fat. It's crazy. Yeah. This is how fat I am. I've been trying for 5 months to be not fat, and this is how fat I am. Can you imagine if I was in a loving relationship with a lady bringing me snacks?
If it helps, you were fatter.
Thanks, man.